All right, Greggy, we're going to have a look at the short version of the game that's we've been enjoying, I guess, since the Test series against the Kiwis, and probably through it too because the BBL's been going on. But first, we just go to the most recent one. Great win last night. We're recording on Wednesday against India over in India. No one saw that come. I didn't see that coming. It's such a probably
the first time they've lost by 10 wickets in
India.
In India, I think it was for a long, long time. First time in 28 years, Australia, I think, were done down as well over there. So yeah, it was a lot of records broken. The Indian batting lineup didn't look that strong, but I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to. We've sent over a pretty good side, Cummins and Stark, and yeah, bowling wise.
Kohli was critical. He said they weren't ruthless enough against Australia, and I guess that's the greatest compliment.
Yeah,
from a competitor like Kohli.
Yeah.
Look, while we're talking about you saying bringing the greatest side over, you might be able to help me out here. Ashton Turner, he's over there in front of Maxwell.
No.
What's happening there?
Langer, where's he from?
It's Western Australia, I believe.
Where's Ashton Turner from?
I think he's over in the western part of Australia.
Okay. Agar?
He's a sand groper, I believe.
Well, he was born in Victoria, but he's a sand groper now.
Western Australia.
Yeah, it just looks like there's a little bit of favourites. Like, I know we're saying this after the fact that Maxwell scored all these runs, but if you put them alongside, I think it's a good poll. You're the king of the polls. If you put Maxwell alongside Turner, and you said who's the better entertainer, who's likely to score 100, and Turner's not even bowling at the moment. Maxwell's as good a bowler as him, and he's a 10 times better batsman, and he's a better fielder.
Yeah.
Can you make a poll? That'd be great if you could.
We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. Look. Yeah. While we're speaking about that, look, it's sort of, I guess it's timely, and international cricket obviously comes first, but it's a bit of a pity for the BBL because this series robs fans, I guess, the opportunity to see the Smiths, the Warners, the Finches and company, the Starks and so forth. And
well said.
Yeah, that's
well said. It should have been, the BBL should have been the key for January, like the big tick in the box, get the big crowds and all that. They've been getting 30-odd thousand, but I think the overseas stars haven't been, your usual standard. You've got De Villiers and all that now here, but there's been some other blokes. Richardson, Liam Livingston for, he's not a house. I'm not saying they're not good players, they're just not household names.
Well, you've got mercenaries, haven't you, coming out here?
And then you finally get your big names. Dale Stein's been injured, but De Villiers is here. But there's just a few other names that you'd like to have out here that we're not quite here. Dre Russ and those sort of people. I know he's, even Pollard, but yeah, you got to go and see Indian Cricket Board and the ACB. The English Cricket Board, they're the three big cricket boards and they run the world. And the Indian Cricket Board would have said, duck over here for 3 matches and, there's some sort of payment. So Australia's going over there for 3 one-day matches. The World Cup was last year. There's not another World Cup as far as 50 over cricket for a while, so I don't know what's proving.
I think you just said it, mate. I think that they're the big bodies and they make decisions. Lastly, look, the T20 Cup is in October.
Yep, the women's one, not forgetting the women's Big World 2020 Cup. So I think it starts in February, definitely finishes in March. Trying to set the world record crowd. They're going to beat 90,000. If they can do that, that's a world record in any sport, women's sport. So let's get behind that first. Yeah.
Absolutely. But look, in the men's version, the T20 World Cup coming up, there's a really growing big list of fantastic players to choose from. Sport for the choice at the moment, aren't we? Obviously, Maxwell, with the bloke we're talking about, is going to be there. You would imagine he's got photos of someone doing something inappropriate. He's not there. Any bolters? I know we're talking about something that's 9 months away, but who do you see as obvious?
It's in Australia. I don't think there's bolters as such. I think Jai Richardson should make it. I think he's going from strength to strength. I don't know if you're watching a bit of it at the moment, but he's playing really well. Yeah. So I think Jai Richardson, I know it's a Marsh boy, but Mitch Marsh is probably going to be there or thereabouts again. Maybe Bolter Ellis, I think his name is. He plays for the Hobart Hurricanes. maybe him, or Meredith's injured at the moment. I reckon, an Ellis or a Meredith. From a batting perspective, maybe a Jonathan Wells. They're the sort of ones that you're looking at. If you're saying Bolter, I'll go, these are Bolters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Wells, and I think it's Xavier Ellis. I can't remember his first name, I apologise. Xavier Ellis actually plays for Richmond.
Yep.
So it's Ellis, but it's his second name. He plays for Hobart. The medium pace bowler, blonde-haired guy, bowls about 135, 140 Ks.
Similar to you in your day. Yeah.
Yeah, so question for yourself. David Warner, his publicist or manager,
read this today.
has stated that the Australian Cricket Board are not playing fair game with the players, and basically, yet again, bringing up, I suppose, the duty of care and duty of understanding of what's happening, and the players need some freedom as well and transparency. And he's basically said, for those who don't know, he said that that they're not happy with the fact that the Australian Cricket Board have said that there could be a tour on around the same time as the 100 comp. So the 100 comp's a new 100 balls per side comp in England coming up in June. Warner's in one of the sides, obviously can make a lot of money, and it's not Warner that said it, but it's his publicist or manager. What do you think?
Well, there's one of two things. You would, if that's not your opinion, you sack your publicist immediately.
Yep.
And if it is, I think that someone needs to have a chat to David Warner, because I think he's in that position where he has to be humble pie for the rest of his life after what happened in the past.
Yeah.
People have forgiven him. He's moved on. He's had a great Australian summer after a disappointing English Ashes series, even though Australia retained the Ashes. But that's my main point. I think he has to eat humble pie for the rest of his life, and that's not his job to jump in now and make that criticism of an organisation that's welcoming him back with open arms.
Kisses the cap, states, so we're not right up David Warner at this moment because we don't know why this publicist manager said it, but generally speaking, it's his manager. If he doesn't sack him, then he agrees with him, in my opinion.
Yep.
So if he doesn't sack him, then Warner agrees with the statement, and then I'm really upset with Warner because he has been given another chance when some people thought he shouldn't have got one, and it's greed.
Yep, 100%. All right, that's us for the short version of the game wrap-up. We'll be back next week. We'd like to hear your opinion on that. We'll bring that up this week in a poll as well.
Yeah, I think the two polls, would be the Turner versus Maxwell, and then David Warner and the statement from his manager. Good polls.
All right, good talking, mate.
Good talk. Always good talk.
Yeah, two good sports.
Yep, love the SCG. Great tour. Thank you for accommodating us.
Yeah, thanks, SCG.
But thank you for us.
Thank you.